is Morgan McKay, and today I am going to be going over abortion. That is my topic, and my stance on abortion is I am very strongly against it, and for a few reasons why is because I grew up as a pastor's daughter, and my church's beliefs and my family's growing up was that it was wrong and that we weren't the ones that should decide whether who lives or who dies. And even though a lot of scientists believe that the baby is not born even as a small embryo, or it is not alive, but it is. And a simple ultrasound picture can show that the baby is moving and it is alive. And also because I'm a Republican and those beliefs fall into the same. But the baby that I'm pregnant with now, I had a choice to make, or my own personal story with abortion, and it's a lot different whenever you actually get pregnant and it's unplanned, like I was, and I was 18, and I had a choice to make, and all I knew was that it was wrong. I hadn't really looked into the risks or why a lot of people were against abortion. So whenever I looked into the risks, I saw a lot of physical and chemical damages, and the few that really impacted me were the pelvic and inflammatory disease, which can totally knock out any chances of being able to be pregnant again after that abortion, and can really cause damage in your insides, not just for being able to have a baby, but any type of sexual, just anything in that category can mess up your body pretty badly. Breast cancer, after you have an abortion, your chances are double for being able to have, not being able to, but having breast cancer. And abruptio placenta, which is what the baby or the embryo, the sac that it's in, and it can tear and cause severe life-threatening bleeding, which in the cases that have been studied, the women have died. And also just infertility and severe emotional and physical trauma. The chemical risks are the morning after pill, which doctors do not like to recommend because it can cause liver and lung disease, which a lot of girls don't know. They just take it thinking that it'll just relieve their problems of being the chance of being pregnant. And also other risks are knowing what doctor you choose, knowing about his background, because a lot of them, they won't like to give their name because they don't want to be held responsible, because there have been a lot of cases where women's bodies have been permanently damaged from the insides and they won't be able to have kids at all. Not just that, but they'll have to go to the hospital the rest of their life and possibly even have surgeries because something went wrong, and then the doctor won't be able to be tracked down because he'll flee the country because they don't want to be held responsible for that. They just think they are doing what they're doing, and the women don't understand how unsafe it is. So it's best if someone does go through with it to get their name and find out about the clinic and how safe the procedure really is. And a lot of the time women do get very angry because the doctors that are doing the abortion will just say, oh, it's just a blob of tissue, or it's nothing yet, and they won't show the pictures of the ultrasound until after they've had the abortion and they see that the embryo is moving and is alive, and so they have major regrets for the rest of their lives, and they might not be able to have kids anymore. So that chance of giving life is stolen away from them on one side. And it is illegal to have bed medical care, even though it's legal to have an abortion. And on the other side, it is also illegal, even if you are a minor under 18, to be forced into having an abortion if you don't want to. And then there were the statistics that were very shocking too, that 61% say that they have flashbacks after the abortion, and 53% have dysfunctional relationships with even romantic, friends, or family. 49% say that they go to drugs or increase their drug use, and 33% have suicidal thoughts or become suicidal. 54% say that their regrets are so strong, and they don't even feel like they have control of their own lives. They don't want to live. And the number increased to 78% that feel like they have diminishing control over their lives. And then, which brings me to the solutions for abortion, because all it's ever been heard about is being wanted to be stopped, but there haven't actually been big results. But there are a few organizations that have popped up recently, specifically Heroic Media, which I went to a campaign about a month ago. Sarah Palin hosted it, and it was like a fundraiser. And what they do is they recently just had TV commercials come out, and they have their first was billboards, and they have radio commercials, and in the main newspapers, they started out in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and then recently they have moved to Florida and Chicago, and in Austin they have had a 24% decrease in abortion, which is awesome because there are actually results coming out of it, not just people talking about wanting to get it stopped. And these messages are helping people's testimonies and telling the girls all of these risks that I have mentioned that they don't know about, that are helping out a lot in unplanned pregnancies with not just teenagers but women that are older than their teens. And also there's Operation Rescue and Raham organization, and they can be found online, and they have contact numbers that can be not just found online but obviously through their TV commercials and their radio. And they with donations and financial support, they really look forward to that, because the media is so expensive to be able to support what message they're trying to get across. And you can even get a career if you would like to go so far as that, and these organizations will help out with their cause. And they really love that, which is what I saw in the campaign. And you can look up if they're going to be in your area to go to a meeting or something, which is really fun. And they offer all kinds of fun things like food and drawings, and it's just very thrilling to know that things are getting done about abortion. It's not just talk anymore or a waste of time. And the women they're being reached out to, and they feel like people do care about them. And even if they don't want to keep the baby for their own, there's also adoption. That is a big thing that some women like to choose instead of keeping the baby for themselves. And Heroic Media goes into that also. Find out all about them, and even small things that you can do through Facebook or emails or text messaging that all kinds of millions of people get on Facebook, or friends will tell friends about anything, will read text messages showing that you're trying to make a difference, and a lot of people will follow that, and they'll see your beliefs and that you're trying to change something, and if you're high up in the business, and they look up to you, and especially if you're a leader in authority. So I just encourage you to look up on these websites or donate money or anything, and I hope that this presentation has helped, and thank you for your time.